My name is Dorothy, and I will be walking you through the assembly of your new Ultra Ego Trail Pro 3.0. Your bike will arrive in a sturdy box, 95% pre-assembled. The serial number for your bike is conveniently printed on the label affixed to the ends of the shipping box. This is great for easy reference when you register your warranty and record your serial number for insurance purposes. The same serial number is etched onto the frame of your Trail Pro 3 under the bottom bracket, as shown. Now let's get started unboxing your new bike. Start by removing all tape, straps, and extra cardboard packaging. There is a smaller cardboard box inside that contains everything you will need for assembly and use. Inside you will find your charger, a bell, pedals, front fender, fender support arm, hardware, a set of keys, and a toolkit with a variety of wrenches and a screwdriver. The pedals include instructions for installation, which we will be demonstrating later in this video. Inside your charger box, you will find a thank you card. The flip side of this card has valuable resources for you to reference. Scan the QR codes to access the links for warranty registration, user manuals, help center, and a link to do a review. There is also a user manual that describes the basic functions and specs of your bike. A more comprehensive manual for the display functions is available on the website by scanning the QR code on the card provided. Remove the charger from the box to attach the cable to the charging unit as shown. This then plugs into a regular 110 wall outlet. The other end plugs into the charge port on your bike, which will be demonstrated closer to the end of this video. Your toolkit contains 2 double-sided wrenches in sizes 8, 10, 13, and 15. There are also 4 sizes of Allen wrenches, 2.5, 4, 5, and 6 mm. There is also a screwdriver with a double-sided bit that fits into the handle, a flathead, and a Phillips head. One of the small bags contains the key and wrench for the seat post security lock. Operation of this lock will be demonstrated later in the video. The other small bag contains all the hardware you will need for assembly. In this bag you will find a mounting plate and bracket, 2 small bolts, 2 medium bolts with washers, and 1 large bolt. Next, remove all the foam packaging from the bike that was protecting it from scratches and damage during shipping. When snipping the plastic ties, be careful not to accidentally damage any of the bike cables or wires. You can now remove your bike from the box. Next, we will install the handlebar to the folding stem. Start by opening the lever at the end of the stem. Take note of the groove in the handlebar portion of the stem and the notch inside the stem tube. Line these up as you insert the handlebar stem into the stem tube. Now, close the lever and fold the entire stem upright. Lock the stem in place by raising the folding lever up and pushing snugly against the stem. Now rotate the locking ring in front of the folding lever as shown. Snip the plastic tie to release the headlight and allow it to hang on the left side of the bike until ready to install. The height of the handlebar can be adjusted by opening the stem lever, sliding up or down, and closing the lever. Some of the wire connections may have pulled apart in shipping. To reconnect these, match the colors and line up the arrows on each connection end as you carefully push the 2 ends together. Repeat this process with any wires that may have come apart. You can adjust the handlebar tilt by opening the lever on the top of the stem, tilt the handles to the desired angle, and close the lever back up. Adjust the seat to the correct height by opening the two seat post levers as shown. Raise the seat and close both levers to secure in place. The rule of thumb for riding height is to be positioned on the balls of your feet when seated on the bike. This will give you adequate leg extension when pedaling. Now we will plug in the seat post battery. Remove the plastic protector from the end of the battery connection. Position the small notch on the connection end towards the back of the bike as you push and click the connection into place under the frame of the bike. Your kickstand may need adjustment to achieve a comfortable angle. Use your 4mm Allen wrench to loosen the bolt on the back of the kickstand. Slide the end down as needed and tighten the bolt. Now we will install the pedals. Examine your pedals, taking note of the L and R markings on the threaded ends. This indicates installing on the left and right side of the bike. Grasp the threaded end of the right pedal and hold in place on the right crank arm as you rotate backwards until the pedal is hand tightened. Use the number 15 wrench to fully tighten the pedal. Repeat these steps using the left pedal on the left crank arm. Now we will prepare the front fender for installation. Place the mounting plate hardware behind the holes in the fender. Use the mounting bracket and small bolts to affix the fender support arm as shown. Start off by hand tightening in place. Fully tighten with the 4mm Allen wrench. Place the fender on the back side of the front fork as shown. Select the large bolt and the 5mm Allen wrench to attach both the fender and the headlight to the front fork. Slide the bolt through the fender bracket and then through the headlight and screw into the front fork. Before fully tightening, push the fender up and away from the tire to avoid rubbing. Next, attach the ends of the fender support arm to the threaded holes on the sides of the front fork using the medium-sized bolts and washers. The headlight wire is intentionally long to allow for use with the optional front rack. If you have not ordered the front rack, you can tuck the excess wire away as shown. Uncoil the cable housing, fold the wire at the appropriate length, and recoil with the wire tucked inside. Ensure adequate slack is left to allow for turning of the front wheel. You may have purchased an optional front rack. We're going to show you how to install that now. Place the fender on the back side of the front fork. Set aside the large bolt that came with your bike and instead use the shorter bolt that came with your front rack. Use this bolt and the 5mm Allen wrench to attach the front fender to the front fork. Before fully tightening, push the fender up and away from the tire to avoid rubbing. Next, attach the ends of the fender support arm to the threaded holes on the sides of the front fork using the medium-sized bolts and washers. Now we will install the front rack. Use the 5mm Allen wrench to remove the existing hardware from the bike frame. Line up the holes in the front rack with the 3 bolt holes in the front of the frame. Use the same hardware to install it on the bike itself. Now we will install the headlight on the front of the front rack. Use the bolt, washer, and acorn nut provided with your front rack to install. Slide the bolt through the hole in the front of the basket. Next, place the light on the bolt. Next, put your washer, and finally the acorn nut. Use the 5mm Allen wrench and the number 10 wrench to fully tighten the light onto the front rack. Now we will use the black plastic ties provided with your front rack to secure the wire from the headlight to the side of the front rack. Leave enough slack in the wire for the headlight to be able to adjust up and down. Neatly tuck the wire along the side of the front rack using the plastic ties. Once the wire is secure, snip off the excess plastic ties and you are done. Next, install your bell. Use the screwdriver provided to remove the screw. Wrap the bell strap around the handlebar. Use the screwdriver once again to replace and tighten the screw with the bell in position. You may wish to tighten or loosen the display. It should be snug enough so that it does not slide down, but loose enough to adjust the angle by hand. Use the screwdriver to tighten the screw on the back side of the display. Next, I will demonstrate how to use the seat post lock. The top lever is equipped with a lock to protect your battery from theft. When the lever is closed, push the small pin down to lock in place. Use the key to unlock, aligning the notch of the key with the slot in the keyhole. Turn a quarter turn and back again to unlock. You will now be able to open the lever once again. You also have a small, flat wrench included on your keyring. This is used to tighten both seat post levers when needed. Start with the lever in the open position, place the wrench on the hinge pin at the back of the lever, and turn upward to loosen or downward to tighten. Close the lever and adjust again if needed to achieve adequate tension. Now I will show you how to adjust your front suspension. The red cap on the right side of the fork is used to adjust the strength of the suspension. Turn clockwise to lock it out and counterclockwise to soften the suspension. The silver cap on the left side can be removed by unscrewing to reveal an air valve. Air can be added when needed to maintain the suspension. This requires a special high PSI pump and cannot be done using a standard bike pump. Next, fill your tires to the correct tire pressure. The appropriate tire pressure is written on the sidewall of each tire. In this case, it ranges from 40 to 65 psi. Remove the valve cap and use a standard Schrader bike pump to fill to the desired pressure within this range. To turn your bike on, long press the center power button to power up. The number on the left side of the screen indicates the pedal assist power level selected. Use the up and down arrows to move between 0 and level 5, 0 being no power, 5 being highest power. Turn on your lights by long pressing the up arrow until the screen lights up and a small icon appears. Now your headlight will be illuminated as well as your tail light. Your brake light will engage when either brake lever is squeezed. Long press the up arrow to turn off the lights and long press the center power button to turn off the bike. You can also ride your bike by simply pressing the throttle. The throttle is pressure sensitive. If you would like to go slow, press the throttle lightly. If you would like to go faster, press the throttle more. Now that your bike is fully assembled, it's time to charge it before your first ride. Your charger plugs into any 110 household outlet. The indicator light on the charger will shine green when it is plugged into the wall outlet. The other end of your charger plugs into the charge port at the front of the battery just under the seat. When your charger is plugged into your bike battery, the indicator light on the charger will turn red if your battery is charging. Once the light turns green once again, it means your battery is fully charged. When the battery charge is complete, remove the charger end from the battery. Replace the rubber cap over the charge port to protect the port from water damage. All new bikes go through a break-in period within the first 100 kilometers. At this point, we highly recommend taking your bike into your local bike shop for a new bike tune-up. This will ensure a safe and optimal riding experience. We hope you will enjoy your Alter Ego Trail Pro 3.